Hello Seekers, welcome to Punneit Astrology, your one-stop astro channel. Continuing the moon transit series, moon will make its move in the sign of Aries on 29th of April, late in the evening. This is India as per Indian Standard Time. And this moon, as soon as moves in the Aries zodiac sign, will also find Sun and Rahu in the Aries, as well as Saturn making its move in the sign of Aquarius simultaneously. This simultaneous movement of Moon and Saturn is of great significance because if Saturn moves in the Aquarius, which is also happening on 29th, is at 0 degree or 0 degree 1 minute, the third aspect of Saturn falls on Aries, and as per the degree, the aspect will be at 0 degree 1 minute of Aries zodiac sign. Now, if you're talking about such a strong aspect at the entry gate of a zodiac sign, any planet that crosses that gate will be influenced by the aspect of Shani. Here, when Moon enters the Aries zodiac sign, just at the boundary there will be a huge effect of Shani. So suddenly, on 29th of April, you might experience a sudden negativity, a sudden bolt of pessimism, which you must fight, which you must not give into. On one hand, there is Saturn aspecting this moon, and remember, Aries is a zodiac sign of debilitation of Saturn, so this aspect is not that great. But on the other hand, on 30th, there is going to be a solar eclipse, a partial solar eclipse in the Mesh Rashi, and I have made a video for that. Please watch that video. The link will be in the comment section. The eclipse, the aspect of Saturn, the axis of Rahu and Ketu, and Saturn and Mars conjunction in the 11th house has a lot to talk about the mental state of this moon. That means the mind of the moon itself. In this case, any positive and auspicious karma should be avoided. You should wait for these couple of days to pass and then initiate any major action in your life. But yes, this action will push you for major transformation in your life. Aries is a zodiac sign of desire, expansion, and initiation of an activity in your life, and that is what happens. This is the first time Moon is going to visit Aries after Rahu has made its move in this particular zodiac. Therefore, not only the karmic direction is towards initiation, but the mind also tries to read the same information, and therefore your perception will be changed after this eclipse. That is why in my solar eclipse video I said, although this eclipse has no astronomical importance because it won't be visible on the landmass, but it has great astrological significance in spite of it being just a partial solar eclipse. Jupiter and Venus will be in the 12th house. Therefore, this is the time when you can be elated, you can be exalted with the knowledge, with the happiness, and you might waste a lot of time, money and energy on pleasure, on things that makes you comfortable, because you will inherently feel uncomfortable and you will try to react in a way that brings in more comfort. But the problem is that in spite of you spending the money, you won't find refuge there, because the refuge lies in the spiritual zone, in being and leading a spiritual life. Now, when Saturn enters the Aquarius zodiac sign, this Jupiter and Venus combination goes into Papakartari. So this is going to make you more and more insecure, especially towards your finances. Some of your finances may go into losses. So if you are a moon sign where Aries is the 2nd or 11th house, so for example, if you are a Gemini moon sign and if you are a Pisces moon sign, so Gemini and Pisces should be extra careful because this is happening in the 2nd and 11th house, therefore affecting the finances. If you are Aries moon sign, Aries ascendant, if you are running a moon antardasha, mahadasha, Rahu antardasha, mahadasha, so this will also influence you a lot, and this will change the way you see life, you see the perspective. This can create fear inside your mind. Be careful of any contract, any obligation in this time, because there can be some legal hidden issues, hidden expenses, hidden clauses that can affect you in the future. Also, if I observe the position of moon with respect to Kal Purush, moon rules the fourth house, and fourth lord coming in the first house and under so much of negative influence shows intense amount of frustration and a sense to break free, especially if you are a Cancer, Scorpio or Pisces moon sign. Whatever happens, this is going to act as a trigger. Remember the eclipse of 2019 and what happened after that. Eclipses may not create any big event on that very particular day, but they act like trigger points, and that trigger to manifest into a bigger scenario, bigger event takes time. So you need to wait for like 40-45 days from the day of eclipse to see the result. And obviously the solar eclipse will come with a lunar eclipse. I will make another video on lunar eclipse in the month of May. But you must understand that the total sum of energy is negative this time. But yes, because it is all about mind and it is all about perspective. If your perspective is spiritual, if you focus not on the Rahu, Ketu or Saturn, but if you focus on the Jupiter and Venus in the 12th house, definitely this means that if you do a lot of meditation, chant and take the name of God, Bhakti Yoga is going to be extremely crucial to maintain the sanity and to understand the bigger picture. This is not the time when you will see smaller things. This is the time to see the bigger picture, the long shot. Don't invest into any kind of funds that is for intraday trading for these 2-3 days. You might see a lot of fluctuations. From the perspective of health, this is the transit where Aries, Leo and Sagittarius moon sign native should be ultra careful, because it is your trine that is getting influenced by the eclipse as well as Saturn's drishti on the sign of Leo. So overall, if I will say that for Aries, Leo and Sagittarius moon sign native, try not to eat anything, try not to that can hurt you. That means tamasic food. Remove any tamasic element from your life for these 2-3-4 days and try to reduce the negative consumption. That means alcohol, smoking, those kind of habits should be avoided during this period, otherwise it may manifest as a disease later on. Remember, eclipse is a trigger. For Virgo, this is a very different kind of experience. So if you're a Virgo moon, eclipse and the moon transit happens in the 8th house. First, the transit moon goes 8th from your natal moon, so that's one thing, which means your perspective, your vision, your experience about life will change. Second, 8th house also means heavy negative energy. This is a highly occult transit, so any mantra siddhi done at this time will be beneficial. Spiritual powers will be all-time high, and intuitive powers will also be very reactive in this time frame, and you should not ignore your gut feeling. You should not ignore the intuition that you get. The sixth sense should be developed in this time. And if you take example of Capricorn and Taurus moon sign. For Taurus moon sign, the moon transit will happen in the 12th house, so the fear of expenses, sleep disturbances can be two things that will influence you a lot in these 3 days. Take care of your sleeping habits. And if you are focusing on Capricorn moon sign, then for you, because it is happening in the 4th house with moon being the 7th lord, this can create issues in marriage, business and relationship, and your comfort there can be questioned. You might get a lot of argument and debate on how you are executing, how you are comfortable, as if you will be questioned that your focus is not towards married life, towards the family, towards the home, and therefore this will draw your attention that can frustrate you and can hit your career in a negative way. So do not engage into any fight or debate at home for next 3-4 days. Now while moon moves into Ashwini, Bharini and Kritika nakshatra in the Aries zodiac sign, it will soon cross over Sun and then soon will meet Rahu. Therefore, there can be lot of forces around you to tell you how good you are, to tell you how powerful you are, to tell you your capabilities. Don't trust those forces even though it may sound motivating. Because motivation is one angle, but I can't aim for the star because I can't bring the star or moons down to the earth. That's not practical. That is simply impossible. It's good on paper, it's good to hear, it looks good in stories. It is a fantasy. So you must be able to differentiate between fantasy and reality. And that is the main theme for this eclipse. For the next 6 months, continuously your life, in spite of whichever moon sign you are, will continuously ask you, are you on the side of fantasy or you are the one who looks towards reality by being grounded, being practical and being humble? Take your call. So guys, that was a quick take on the moon transit in the sign of Aries. We'll meet you in the next video. Thank you for watching this video. Please share the video among family and friends. Subscribe and hit the bell icon, and also follow me on Instagram and Telegram. Lastly, the tips, the remedies. Obviously, I have made a video to explain in details about the solar eclipse, but because this is from the perspective of mind and emotions, chanting Vishnu Sahasranam is going to be a brilliant way to handle the negative energy. Also, because Jupiter and Venus are together, read Bhagavad Gita, the complete Bhagavad Gita within these 3 days, but not just the Sanskrit version, but also the translation, because it is not a mantra. You must understand, absorb, and reflect the message in your real life, and then you will see the magic happening.